Good afternoon and welcome to Feed Yourself Well. Tonight we've switched it up a little bit. It took me several days to figure out what tonight's recipe was going to be. I thought about doing something braised and slow roasted for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but I opted out of that. I said, let's keep it lighter. And I went through my freezer and I found that I had some fish that I wanted to use. So tonight's recipe is going to be a pecan crusted cod. Easy to do, lots of flavor. We've got some simple ingredients. So to start off, I'm going to take just a quarter cup of honey, and I'm going to combine that with about half a cup of coarse ground mustard. This is a nice German style coarse ground mustard. I'm just going to mix those two together. Make a spread. This we're going to put on top of the fish to coat it and impart a lot of flavor. Next, I've got some pecan halves that I'm just going to chop up. These are nice, large pecan halves. These will be great in some pralines. Make some homemade pralines with nice pecans like this. Awesome. So I'm just going to run a knife through and give them a nice chop. I don't want them super fine, but I want them small enough so that they're going to adhere nicely to the top of the fish. There we go. Okay, so we've got our pecan pieces done. Maybe one more. I see a few chunky pieces I could break down a little bit more. Okay. So there we go. Pecans are chopped into a bowl. Right behind that, I'm going to do the same exact thing with some fresh parsley. People don't think parsley has a lot of flavor. It's very subtle, but it does come through. It's one of those things that once you start cooking with it, you'll find that you'll always want it. It becomes a major player in your recipes and in your finishing. It's just really good all around. It brightens up the dish really nice. So just a quick chop on parsley there. I don't want it super fine. I just want to break it down enough to go into our topping. So in the bowl with the pecans, you've got our parsley. Now, to this mix, I'm going to add in some fresh breadcrumbs. This is 3 slices of just wheat bread that I took a box grater right down the sides with it. You can see they're nice and fluffy. They're very moist right now, so they really do add a nice crust as the fish bakes. So this is going to go right in with pecans and parsley. I've got 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper seasoning. I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to toss all that together. I learned this recipe many years ago from a lady that I know that just does amazing things with short, quick recipes. This is a go-to when you need something quick and in a pinch. It has that gourmet feel to it. Just really nice. So we got all that done. And next step, we're going to get our fish, season it, and then top everything. Okay, so I've got 6 fillet of cod. These are the tail portions. I like them because you can do a multitude of things with them. Fish tacos, a quick baked fish. You can saute it manure style, a little bit of brown butter, salt and pepper, real nice that way. But I like it because they're thin enough and they cook really fast. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. Doesn't take a whole lot. Right over the fish. We got that lemon pepper in our crumb, so just a little bit of salt on top of the fish will be fine. Then we'll take our honey mustard blend and just spoon that right over each piece. I'm going to get some on there. Then we'll go back and spread it to get it to the corners. let's get some of that honey mustard on there. Smells really good too. It's got a nice fragrant aroma. There we go. And lastly, this little guy here. Okay, great. So we got honey mustard on everybody, just with a kitchen brush. Just make sure you get the full coating all over. You want to make sure you've got them end to end coated with honey mustard. There we go. So for the next few weeks, we're going to be taking a little bit of break. So we're going to take a break, then come back, and we'll roll out with our primarily holiday cooking. It's going to be a lot of savory dishes, side dishes. We're going to do some really unique things that some of you may or may not have tasted before, but it will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Can you guys see how I'm just sprinkling the crumb over the fish? So each piece is going to get a nice bit of crumb. Make sure everybody gets parsley and pecans over the top. And we're going to bake this in a hot oven. So the oven is going to be about 450 degrees. I'll take it down to about 425. But a hot oven is best for fish. It responds really well. And it's recommended that you cook fish 15 minutes per inch of thickness. So these guys aren't even an inch thick. So they're going to take anywhere from about 7 to 10 minutes. In that super hot oven, it'll give a chance for the crumb to toast. And let's get the last guy coated there. I like to give them a little pat just to help everybody settle in and set. So, steps done. Fish is dressed. It's going to go in the oven 10 minutes tops at 425 degrees. We'll come back and check it. We got our fish out of the oven and it smells amazing. The breadcrumbs have toasted up nicely. The fish is done, super flaky. All we got to do is plate it up. So I've paired this with a really simple classic rice pilaf. And to do the rice pilaf, it's just a classic method of a combination of first a little mirepoix. So a little diced carrot, a little diced celery, and a little diced onion, along with 2 cups of jasmine rice. Add about a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter to your pot that you want to cook your rice in. About a 2-quart pot would be perfect. Let the butter melt, turn it on, let the butter melt, get it nice and bubbly. Throw in the mirepoix, quick saute, throw in the rice, and toast the rice in that butter oil combination. Once the rice is starting to smell like popcorn, has a real great popcorn smell to it, that's when you're going to add in 3 cups of your liquid. So traditional converted long grain rice, 2 to 1. Jasmine rice, basmati rice, 1 to 1.5. You don't want to put too much liquid in. So for 2 cups of rice, I'm adding 3 cups of chicken stock. I love to cook rice in chicken stock. It just tastes better. So that's it. Bring it to a boil. Put a tight lid on it. Let it boil for about 5 minutes. Cut it off. 20 minutes later, your rice will be done. And that's what we've got. A nice rice pilaf is going to be the base for our plate today. And you can pair it with asparagus, steamed broccoli, whatever your veggies you want to add. Feel free to, green it up as much as you like. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this rice. It's got a little color from the celery and the carrot, which is nice. Right in the bowl. And I like fish and rice together. I think they just taste good together. They go together. Let's get our fish out here. I'm just going to lay it right on top. I think this person can probably eat 2 pieces, and that person might be me. So I'm going to put 2 pieces of fish right on top of the rice. Looks delicious. Let's taste. So I want to taste this for sure. Exactly like I remember it. Savory. The mustard and the honey, just a great punch of flavor. Really, really good. We'll be on break for a couple weeks. While on break, we got some apple picking to do, a couple other things going on. We're going to be starting a podcast, Feed Yourself Well. The podcast will be coming soon. When we come back for our second season 2, we're going to dive right into the holidays. So if you like mac and cheese, broccoli cheese casserole, what's going on with your turkey, what's going on with your ham, we're going to talk about all those things. And if you got a sweet tooth, you definitely want to check out the cookie video, the cake video. We probably got 2 really good cakes I'm going to amaze you with that I love to eat. I'm hoping you'll love them too. So stay tuned and feed yourselves well. Subscribe, turn on your notifications.